What is your last name, please?
Dalia?
Dalia?
Yeah.
Your ticket is 26 R Road 00525. You were cited displaying a traffic control device back on the 28th of January at 12:20 in the morning, 12 Mile and Campbell in Royal. You can admit or deny responsibility for that infraction, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
I need to do an explanation, and no, I'm not agreeing with the officer, please.
So you're denying responsibility for that infraction?
Correct.
You'd raise your right hands, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Okay, the officer will testify first, please.
Magistrate, I observed the vehicle traveling eastbound 12 Mile, run a solid red light through Campbell. It was also captured on dash camera, if you would like me to show that.
You want to show it?
I can pull it up right now.
Sure.
Just, if you could, Magistrate, just let me know if you can see the screen share.
There you go.
Is it up now?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're northbound on Campbell, approaching 12 Mile Road here.
Correct.
Yeah.
And right there, the light just turned red, right there. And then the traffic stop was initiated.
The traffic stop was initiated on 12 Mile. Can you back it up to the intersection again?
Yes.
Okay. The car was going eastbound on 12 Mile.
Correct.
And we see the car enter the intersection from the west going east. And it appears that the light for northbound Campbell is red.
Correct.
Okay, what color was the light for eastbound 12 Mile?
It was red, Magistrate. I don't know if you could see the video or not from the angle. It is a little blurry. The light was red before she entered the intersection.
Can you go back to it?
Yes, Magistrate.
Are you able to stop it? Okay, so it's clearly red for northbound.
Yes, and the light for eastbound and westbound is yellow right now.
Oh, I see that.
And then it just turned red right there.
And there it is, the moment everything hinges on. Frame by frame, the judge is locking in on timing. Yellow, then red, then entry. In traffic law, that sequence is everything, because once it turns red before you enter, the violation is basically sealed. So let me ask you, is this a clear-cut case, or is there still room for reasonable doubt?
She hasn't entered the intersection yet. It is now solid red, proceeds through the intersection. And then the northbound left turn lane had a green light before she was out of the intersection.
And this has a delayed green, so it's red for both sides for about a second or a second and a half.
Correct, Magistrate.
Okay. And looking at it again, I could see the light for eastbound traffic.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Ms. Perdalia?
Yes.
It's your turn, ma'am.
So, Judge, I entered when the light was yellow. And again, if the officer, please, can see how much I was going through, I was very slow. I don't know if it catches very slow. So for somebody to speed on the red light, it should be very fast. I was literally slow. And at that time, even though now is March, at that time of the incident, we were experiencing the winter storm, and it was ice on the street, ice everywhere. And I remember telling the officer I couldn't stop. For me to stop right, like literally a break, like hard break, it was very dangerous. I tried to stop. And again, when I tried to stop, it was yellow and the car just went through. I stopped on the side of the road trying to explain to officer. He was like, you know what? I'm still gonna give you a ticket. I was like, our kids were there in the car. I was not speeding. I was not doing the hard break was even more dangerous because ice on the street. I'm not a speeder.
Were you able to see the tape?
The tape?
Were you able to see the film that the officer showed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you not see your car going through a red light?
So I'm trying to explain. Sometimes when you have to stop.
The light turned red for you before you entered the intersection.
I couldn't
Speed
stop.
limit on 12 mile there is 35 miles an hour. A light is amber for at least 1 second for every 10 miles per hour of the speed limit. That light had been amber for you before you got to the intersection. It was at least 4 seconds since the light turned amber because it had already turned red before you crossed the crossbar.
I agree. I'm trying to explain. No,
well, ma'am, you're saying that you agree, but you're explaining it away. It doesn't matter if the ice is on the road. It doesn't matter if it's raining. You have to stop for a red light.
No, absolutely. But when stopping, it's way more dangerous. That's what I'm saying. When I
No, it's not dangerous. It's more dangerous
when I was
for a red light. There was nobody behind you, ma'am. The film
I know, please.
There's nobody behind you.
Just 1 second, please. So I was trying to stop when it's yellow already. I was preparing to stop. If you see on the camera, I don't know if you can literally see that position. I was trying to stop. And meanwhile, while I was stopping, the car was not stopping because of the ice on the street. And then the intersection was not stopped right there. It's a little bit, you know what I mean? There are some stops right there and there are some gaps. And then from the time I stopped and until to the end of that section was a little bit more than usual. So a big intersection, I mean. I was trying to stop.
Standard intersection, ma'am.
Huh?
It's a standard intersection. There's 2 lanes going all 4 directions, and there is a left turn lane.
That's what I'm saying. When I first pressed the brake till to the other side of the road, it looked like I passed on that red light, but I didn't. I was trying to stop ahead of time. I couldn't.
Ma'am, you're explaining what happened by saying that you couldn't stop. But the bottom
because of the ice. Yeah, because of the ice. Because sometimes it
doesn't matter if it's because of the ice. You're supposed to drive at a speed that you can drive safely, that you can stop safely in time. If you're driving too fast to stop at a red light,
I was not fast at all.
You were too fast. You told me you couldn't stop. If you can't stop, you're driving too fast.
No, my car couldn't stop.
Don't tell me no.
The car couldn't stop, not
No,
me.
you're the driver. It's not the car, it's the driver.
But how many accidents is just because of the car? They couldn't stop of the ice. They couldn't, the brake.
None. There was no crash there. There was no accident there.
You have to see my car. It goes straight on the
I did see your car go right through the red light.
I know, but you see
all the way. Okay, the discussion's over.
I'm trying to explain it was not my fault. That's what I'm saying.
It is your fault. If you're the driver, you're responsible for what happens. Everybody on the road shares the same weather. Everybody on the road shares the same visibility. They all share the same surface conditions. It's your job as a driver to accommodate your approach to driving to the conditions that exist then and there. If you go
I'm not
through a
trying
red
to
light, you go
discuss.
through a red light.
Judge, I'm not trying to argue or anything. I'm trying
you
to
are.
give my version.
Your version doesn't comport with reality, ma'am. You ran a red light. Pay the ticket. It's 1:30.
Can we work on the points? I don't want to lose any point, please.
The points don't come from the court. They come from the Secretary of State. I have nothing to do with the points. I can't make them better or worse. If I wanted to make them better, I couldn't. If I wanted to make them worse, I couldn't. They are what the Secretary of State says they are. The hearing is over, ma'am. The ticket needs to be paid.